Okay. So here it is, folks. Got a special news bulletin for you. Has absolutely nothing to do with saving money on your car insurance by switching to a particular insurance company. But you know what? Nonetheless, we got some news for you. So Nuga Prince has just set up their third commercial partnership with a local fish store here in the Chattanooga area. That having been said, I wanted to make sure that you guys were the first to be made aware of it. That deal will commence immediately. So if you guys are in the market for fish tank equipment and or fish, whether that be freshwater or saltwater, be sure to go by Fish Mania in East Ridge. A gentleman by the name of Ethan Dixon is the owner of that shop. He is a right awesome dude. He will help you out, and so will his staff. He's got an awesome staff there at the store. Some of the nicest people I think I've met in a really long time. So with that being said, like I say, feel free to go by and ask him about Saudi Aquatics. We've got one product that's going on the market right now. It is, I know, I'm pretty stoked about it myself. It is a pleco cave. I had a bunch of them sitting right here, and I've got them put into the storage bins. Anyway, they resemble a tree. Actually, I've got some really, really big versions of them. The ones that I printed out for Jordan. It's not going to be quite nearly this big. It's actually probably about from there to there. That's probably about how long they are. And they're a little bit smaller than these. And I thought they looked really, really cool. So did the folks down at the shop. So needless to say, we are going to be making as many of those as we possibly can for Ethan and the folks down there. Currently working on a couple other items for aquariums, and that range will start growing exponentially as the products make themselves available and or as they come off the printer, and I'm happy with them. But that is the only store that we're working with right now with regards to aquarium products. That is Fish Mania. They are on, what is that road? I guess Ringgold Road in East Ridge, Tennessee. Couldn't even make it 5 minutes in. Good grief. Anyway, thank you, Mad Mom, for stopping in to see us. I'm not sure who all else is here, but I wanted to make sure that I brought that news to you guys as soon as I was able to. It was something that I kind of had working on the back burner for a minute that I had planned on attempting, but just decided on a whim. Now was the time, and looks like it's going to work out. So I've just got to get a printer, not one of these printers, but a regular printer to take care of the market or the merchandising of the items, because I want to handle all that in-house. No, I will not be making a second website. This will be part of the Nuga Prince website. It'll just be a different product line. Most everything that we've gotten on the website is, Nuga Prince. And the Saudi Aquatic stuff will be, we'll be merging onto the website as soon as I'm able to start making that a reality. I know how much it costs us to print the pleco caves. I don't, on the other hand, know how much it costs to take care of all the merchandising, and I want to make sure that everybody gets the same product. The bag, the little card stock, all that stuff. So once I get the once I get the merchandising figured out, that stuff will start going out. Lacey, thank you very much for liking the stream, ma'am. It is nice to be able to get on here whenever I want and do this thing. So, Mad Mom, no, again, we will not be making a second website, but we will be making, an addendum, or we will be adding pages to the website. Nougat Prints will essentially be the main company, but Saudi Aquatics will be the brand name for all the aquarium stuff. And then, yeah. Since I have the commercial rights to the items that are existing on the website, I don't necessarily know that I can actually call those Nougat Prints items as far as like branded Nougat Prints. I mean, I guess I can. I need to reach out to the folks I get the files from, the designers, to see if I can brand those or not. But different category under search tab. Yeah, essentially, yeah. It'll, or I may just have, a different tab up there on the navigation bar that'll just say Saudi Aquatics on it, and maybe we'll do that, and it'll take into a whole nother little storefront kind of thing. But yeah, that's the general plan. Goodness gracious. Now, most of the stuff that we print out for Nougat Prints can be used in fish tanks. I mean, it just can. Like, whether or not it stays under the water is a different story. It might float, but most everything we print, it can be put into a tank. Anyway, okay. So I wanted to say thank you guys for stopping in. If you would please do me a favor, with this being such a short video, if you would please hit the like button, share this out with your friends, so that way they all get the info as well, because this needs to spread far and wide. That Nougat Prints is expanding out, and we're opening ourselves up for some different content with regard, or different product lines and things of that nature. So hopefully everybody gets to be able to see that kind of thing. And so, one word or two for the name. It's one word. As a matter of fact, I've got let me see if I can bring up a picture of it for you. I've already got the design for the cardstock and everything, but I'll show you a picture of how we're going to do the name. Okay. And that's not how we're going to do it. That's it. Saudi Aquatics. It's going to be done just like the local schools font that they use for their team, the Trojans, but we're going to do Saudi Aquatics. I thought it just kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit, and plus it represents more of where we're at now. We're not in Hickson, and Saudi was where I was raised. So, thank you very much, Mad Mom, for sharing. Lacey, if you would, that'd be amazing too, if you could share it. Not trying to call you out or anything like that, but yeah. Anybody else who's watching, whether on Rumble or on Facebook, if you would please share this out with your friends, so that way we can make sure that everybody is made aware. But yeah, I've already got the cardstock idea, or pictures, whatever, um, figured out. I know how I want it to look as far as like the merchandising part of things. I do need a monster, actually. Thank you very much for asking and for reminding me. But yeah, we will be working on um, being able to. Good gravy. I woke up at 5 something this morning, but maybe it's the fact that I ate 2 pieces of deep dish pizza for lunch today. It's got me in the mood for afternoon nap. Um, so what do you guys think of the mic? Does it work a little bit better? Is it better quality, worse quality than what I was using before? I don't really like the idea that I've got it right here in my face, but I get the impression that the best way to use a microphone is like this. It's okay. Oh, you're talking about a monster, okay. Wasn't sure if you were talking about the mic or what. See, I wanted to keep it out of the frame and keep it out here like this, so that way you guys weren't necessarily seeing it, but it would require me to have it down, and then it's still kind of in the way of everything. So if I have it right up underneath my chin, I can still see both the screens real well, and yeah. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but if you guys say the mic works well, then we'll stick with this mic, and I hope it works well considering how much I paid for it. But really what I paid for more than anything was the boom. I wanted to get these monitors off the desk and up and on the wall. I feel like that would free up some desk space for me. You guys don't care about that. So let's go ahead, while we're here, we'll go ahead and check on traffic, see how things are looking on the Bamboo Labs X1C. We have our Reap in Peace. That's the Grim Reaper. Turn the music off. I forgot I still had that on. Sorry. But yeah, we got the Grim Reaper Reap in Peace, where it's the Grim Reaper. He's got the hair towel on his head with the cucumbers on his eyes. Currently, it's printing his cloak and his shoes right now. You can't see the shoes because, well, it hasn't made it to the shoes just yet, but it will get there. On the Centauri Carbon, that's not what it's printing. Not real sure why it's stuck like that. There we go. It is printing out a new item that I haven't printed before. It is a kind of like the boom mic. Mounting it above the screens. I had thought about that, but actually I thought about mounting it like right in between my 2 monitors, so that way it could I could have it kind of coming out, right in between the monitors, and the mic just be kind of in my face kind of thing. But I wasn't sure. I don't, I think the monitors are about as far apart as I can get them. With that, I don't know. I could probably get them a little further apart. But yeah, I still want to get the monitors on the wall. If I can get the monitors on the wall, then what I'll do is I'll put the mic at the back of the desk and just have it kind of coming in towards me. Then the boom should be pretty well hidden, but away from the cameras and whatnot. But yeah, what we're printing right now on the Centauri Carbon is a book cover. It is a book cover that it will be in crystal. It'll be basically it'll be a crystal book cover, but it's going to have flowers and stuff on the front of it, flowers and vines. And since I've got my acrylic pens, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a little artsy fartsy with it once it's done, as long as it comes out okay. And basically just put barely any color on the flowers that are on it, and see how it looks, and get y'all's opinion on it and stuff like that. But I think what I've got in my head, it should come out looking really, really pretty. And because I'm kind of operating under the with the idea in mind of it almost kind of looking like blown glass, and just kind of like I said, just barely putting any color to it at all. But we'll see. Not real sure. But then on S1 Alpha, it's stuck too. What the crap? Let's see. S1 Alpha. There we go. It is working on a new coloration. I was trying to think of something more fall, but also Halloween kind of looking. So we're going with an orange and black with yellow. I thought that would look pretty cool. Plus, I'm trying to go ahead and get a head start on the stuff for next year. I can remember, did any of those resemble the Hocus Pocus book? I'm not sure. I think there's one that looks like it's got the Deathly Hallows on it. It's on the website. Let's see. For the life of me, I don't know what it'd be under. Should be under. I say it's on the website. I don't flippin' know. I can't remember if it got put on there or not. Instructional and learning, maybe? Nope. How in the world did the No More statues get on the instructional and learning? They don't belong there. Good grief. Good grief. Organization and storage, maybe? No. No. Okay. Well, stew. Surely it's not under fidgets. Nope. Hmm. Oh. Okay, yeah, there's. I thought there. What? Wait. Oh, that's the Dragon Spellbook. I thought they were in here. I apologize. I thought I had them up. Oh, wait. Nope, they're not on library. Okay, I'll get them on here, and I'll make sure they get posted up in the library. But we will have that. Um, you're not lazy. If that's, if you want to be lazy, by all means, go ahead. But I'm not going to call you lazy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut it short or cut it off here. I just wanted to hop on, like I said, and chat with you guys for a few minutes and tell you about the news. It's ridiculously exciting, and I wanted to share it with everybody here, and let you guys know that if you guys are interested, if you guys are into fish tanks like I am, which I definitely am, make it a point to get out and visit your local fish shop today, even if it's not Fish Mania. There's a number of them, there's a few of them located here in the Chattanooga area. I'm only familiar with the ones directly in with Fish Mania, then Bermuda Triangle, and Aquatic Aesthetics here in Hickson. I'm sure there are other smaller shops, but those three are the ones that I frequent more often than not. Actually, the two I really only frequent like two of them, because I can generally find what I need at those two, and then don't go. I don't have 20 tanks anymore. I used to have 20 tanks. Now I'm down to like 6. Believe me, it floored Ethan when I told him how many tanks I had gotten rid of. He didn't know what to think about that. And then when I told him I didn't need anything, he was like, "What? You don't need anything for your tanks?" I was like, "Nope. I sure don't, sir, but thank you for asking." I kind of want to get the 125 filled up now, though. Oh, it's going to be a pain. I've got to get I'm going to have to find out figure out a better way to fill it than how I've been filling my tanks, using a 5-gallon bucket. Because for a 125-gallon tank, that's a lot of 5-gallon buckets. I need to probably change out the way that sink is that I've got in the second bathroom. Yeah, it'd help if I had a spigot. I have no spigot, and I have no way to hook up my hoses to my sink taps. So I'll have to change out the faucet in the bathroom, and I'll talk to my contractor, see if I can't figure that out. But yeah, thought about just turning it into a mop sink or something, you know. But Lord knows, any company that comes over that goes to wash their hands, they got to wash it in a mop sink. I don't think they'll necessarily appreciate that very much. They do make tub adapters. Or even shower head adapters. I'll have to get a longer hose. Well, I don't know. 25 feet should reach from where it's at. Anyway. All right. I'm going to hop off here. The audience has dwindled down to just 2 folks. So I'll let you guys get back to your regularly scheduled programming. Either that or they can use the sink in the kitchen to wash their hands. Or they can just wash them in the toilet. I don't care. Just don't put your hands on me after you wash them in the toilet. But yeah. Okay, well. Toodles, folks.